Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with another episode of Fishing Planet, and I am going to take a break from just doing some major exploration of the big catches around here, because honestly the Christmas event is still going on and it will run out, and there's a lot of XP to be gotten. I did say I was going to go back to that Furry Trout mission. I'm going to have to do that now because it's already, well, the 30th. And this is going to run out. I'm not sure when it's supposed to, but apparently you can get quite a bit of XP for this. And I would love to level up again. So what I went ahead and done is I've already jumped ahead. I did, hold on, let me take a look at my actual map here. Well, it's not going to let me unless I shut this off. Hold on. Alright, now I can look at it. Alright, what I have done is already jumped to this navigation buoy, which one of the reasons I put it here so I can get to this spot much faster. But we need to get over here, and I already showed you in a couple episodes ago how we got there. I did go back and change my gear around quite a bit. I now have some spin casting rods that we can use to catch the furry trout. And one thing I did get some advice from some of my viewers, and that is the trolling here is kind of tough with this boat. Apparently this boat is so big that it just doesn't troll off the side as well as some other boats. So if you want to do trolling, it's probably best to bring one of the other boats like the Chameleon or something like that, because they actually have trolling rods on the rear of the boat. So I didn't even think about that, but that's true. And for trolling, you're not going to be getting those monster fish, because most of the big fish in this particular map fish off the bottom. So I think that's what we might do, but you know, the big fish, we've got plenty of time to get after those. Let's go ahead and see if we can't complete this mission. So I'm going to jump in here and we're going to head over to that spot. Yeah, because this boat is a little bit bulky. I thought the Chameleon was bulky, but my lord, this is a huge boat to work with. It does carry a lot of fish though, and it's very fast. But we've got to get all the way on the other side, which means a little bit of travel. Shouldn't take long with this, but I will bring you back once we get there. Alright guys, we're getting close to the spot. You kind of have to look for it. It's right before, wait a minute, let me get in here a little bit further. You get to the opening, and there's a path that we have to follow. Yep, here it is. Yeah, it looks like there's a down boat. That's your... Well... Tried to... Okay. Yeah, they must have put that there just so that you could pinpoint your location. It is a bit of a hike. Don't need to carry that in front of me. Now, I don't understand how I was able to see fireworks in the middle of the ocean. Because I tried to do that and it didn't work. Maybe it was a different type of boat. I don't know. But it didn't work. But it should work here with no problem. Yep. Okay, they're happy there. Now, I was able to catch these without any fancy stuff at all. But look at them. They are just jumping all over the place. All kinds of fish. So, I don't know where the best position would be. We just have to do it from here. Yeah, I guess we just have to do it from here. Let me go ahead and get this out. Not this one. Yeah, I've got my Rivertex Sow Monster. I've got crankbait. I think 3 foot usually works. I've got others here too that will work. Yeah, the 12 foot might actually be more efficient than that one. And plus we've got ones that go a little bit deeper than that even. Not getting a lot of distance. I hope I can cast that far enough. Those look like Atlantic salmon to me. And we may end up having to do the fireworks. Hold on just a second. Let me see if there's any way to get closer at all. That's a little bit better. This is kind of interesting looking. What's this over here? There's a person there. Huh. I guess you can't interact with him. He's just sitting there. Yeah, let me try the other rod and see if I can get more distance with it. I wish I could get out on the rocks a little bit. Yeah, I think this is as good as we're going to get. I think I might throw the rod holder down just in case. And float fish for them as well. Yeah, they do go for... Well, that hook is way too big. Let's see, what is that? Maybe, well, actually, maybe not. 4/0, that's not too bad. Let's see here. Yeah, shiners. That's a good choice. See how far we can get that out there. I wish I could go a little further than that. Yeah, it's close enough, I guess. Maybe. Let me try this 6-rod here. Nope. This one. This might give me a little more distance. No. I'm going to get about the same no matter what I do. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and put firework down. Still not making any noise. That is so strange. Okay, we're getting a bite. All right. Let's see what this one is. It is a furry trout. It's a trophy one. So there's one of those. 1 out of 4. We'll try this again. We'll see how well we do without the fireworks. Wish this cast out just a little farther. Yeah, I'm going to try a different crankbait. Maybe I can find one that's a little heavier. Let's see, this one, that's an ounce. That's not too bad. Okay, this one is 1.5 ounces. Might get a little more distance. Yeah, that's much better. That's right in the middle of them. Yeah, I threw a bottom one out there just to see if anything bites off of that. Now, granted, it's of saltwater, which I know you don't get as much XP, but I can't carry everything with me. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tough. I wish there was a way to get a boat out there. That's what I really need to be able to do. Hold on, let me take a look here. See, there's the float rod. Let's advance time a little bit. Maybe that'll help. No, not seeing anything. Check the settings for the audio. Maybe the... maybe I've got the... Yeah, I don't want the music on. Got bite, landing net, action sound. Let's see if that doesn't... Oh, there we go. All of a sudden, everything started going nuts. Antlered salmon. Well, at least it's something. Oh, are you kidding me? He got my bait. Well, just because they were jumping around did not mean they were biting. Yeah, that's probably why there was no sound from those. I'm afraid the other ones are going to be too heavy to work at all. But I don't care. I'm mostly caring about completing this. So let's see if we have sound now. There you go. Might try a medium spoon, that might work too. Well, no, something bumped it. Come on. Okay, float rod. Alright, no antlered salmon, we don't need those. Ugh, God bless it. That's what I'm going to be catching, apparently. Well, doggone. What is the deal? That's what I keep getting. Antlered salmon. I thought the trout went for that pretty well. Maybe there's a better bait to use. Maybe spawn sacks would be better. Got plenty of them. I'm sure they're probably wanting to use some kind of a Christmas-related bait. Let's try that. See if that doesn't do better. Yeah, because salmon definitely go for the shiners. Right off the bat. Alright, here we go. Now we're talking. There, another trophy furry trout. Perfect. So we've got half of those caught. Well, it's working. Just needed a better bait. Well, that's 3 trophy furry trout. No uniques yet. We have to get 3 of those. And we have to just get 5 regular ones. And let me try the medium spoon this time. Like I said, something did bump it, but it just didn't seem like it really wanted it. Oh, there we go. Don't think this is a trout. Whatever it is, it's not small. Probably one of those darn antlered salmon. Wow. Might be something altogether different. Look at him go. Well, this is a lake. It's not like he's going out into the open ocean here. He's got a limit. Yep. I'm going to have to grab this. Hope he stays on there. Whiting. Huh. Well, I'd rather he escaped than take my lure. It's the only one I had. Well, that's the first whiting I've gotten. Yeah, this is going to take me a while to get it in there. Okay, first rod. Now we got haddock. Shoot. We're not getting the event fish, but we are getting fish. Yeah, haddock's good eating too if you want to. I think I'm getting a bite off this one. There we go, all at the same time, of course. Try to get this one in as quickly as we can. Another antlered salmon. I swear to God, I am. There we go. Regular furry trout. Finally. Well, this is going to take a while, guys. That's for sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue doing this. I'll bring you back once we get closer to the end. But the unique one's going to be the tricky one, I can tell you that much. Alright guys, I am back. Here's one that I have not seen before. This is a Norway Atlantic salmon. I didn't even know they had, honestly, I didn't even know they had other salmon here, but apparently they do. Let me take a look at this guy. I love these new species that I keep discovering. Yeah, he looks similar, but he's thicker than the original ones that were in Moose Lake. Huh. Nice looking fish. So he's just regular size, so they come a lot bigger apparently. That could have been what I got earlier on that thing. Because if I got a unique one, he'd have given me a run for my money with that, with this particular rod. Yeah, if we get anything new, I'm gonna, definitely jump in here and show you what I've gotten. So far, I haven't gotten anything beyond what I've had gotten previously. I still need 4 regular-sized furry trout, 1 trophy, and 3 unique. That's gonna take a while. Alright guys, I am back. We got the first unique furry trout. And we got another one biting right now. So there we go. Let me get a picture of him. Now I gotta grab this one before he gets off of there. Okay, we got him. He has not escaped us. Not yet, anyway. Antlered salmon. Been getting a lot of those guys. Daggone them. Well, at least we got our first unique, so we've got 1 of each so far, at least. They can be caught. Let's see. Alright guys, we have managed to get down to the last furry trout. 1 more is all we have to get. I did move down here where that little guy was sitting fishing, and it seems like I've been catching him a little more readily here than I was over there. Caught the unique actually first, before I even closed out the other ones. Which really struck me as odd. Oh, got it. Picked it up too soon. Yeah, I'm going to throw another one of these down because we might be able to get this last one here quickly. I'm hoping. Yeah, I did get one off a nano spin, believe it or not. I'm trying this one for a while, but I caught quite a few other things too. I have gotten the first of the exploration missions completed by catching all these distinct small species. I got an Atlantic Saury, Atlantic Mackerel. I'll have to go through the list. Yeah, they've been biting on this stuff just as readily as the event fish have. Alright, we got something on there, and it's not too bad of size either. This could be what we need, guys. This could be it. No, it is a trophy one. we already got that. Doggone it. That's the way it usually works. We are really close here. Yeah, see, this is so light, it's not even sinking. I might have to put some more fireworks down to get this bumped up. I've caught a lot of them without using the fireworks, so I'm afraid I'm about out of them. I really don't want to have to go back. Oh, I got something. It's got a little bit of oomph in it. This could be a furry trout because this is a seriously light rod. I think it might be. Let's see. This would be cool to get the last one off of this. Yeah, I just used a 3-inch shad. Nope, another trophy one. But yeah, you can catch them off of that ultralight tackle. Yeah, let's throw this down one more. Maybe we can get lucky and finally get that regular size trout. Just need to bump this up a little bit. I've got a lot more fireworks back at the home base. Okay, there we go. Got something on this one. Is this it? Or did we get another trophy? No, we got another unique. Wouldn't you know it? I'll actually tell you, the smaller ones have been harder to get. I did size the hook down to increase my chances. Okay, so we're going to the... Looks like we ran out of the fire sharks. These last a little bit longer, so hopefully... I have a bunch of them back at my main storage. But nothing? Yeah, that happens every now and then. Don't get any reaction at all. Alright guys, I am back. I had basically had to go back and get some more fireworks from my main storage. I had run out. I think I'm going to try up here for a little bit because I haven't had a whole lot of luck getting this last furry trout. I just need one more. Seriously, just one more. This is ridiculous. But I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. I've caught a lot of things though. Things that I haven't even seen before. So much so that I was able to complete another mission. The Exploration 1 mission. But I'm going to go ahead and throw this stuff out and see if we can't get this last furry trout. Throw this float rod out. I set the hooks down to 1/0. That should make certain that the furry trout are smaller, because we don't need any more trophy or unique ones. But I do have a lot of fireworks here, but yeah, basically we have gotten all kinds of... Let me check my... Well, actually, I don't think my inventory would show this now. Well, let me show you the mission anyway. That much I can do. If you go to exploring, if you check for... Well, I don't think... Let's see. We'll have to go to completed, I guess. Skårland Fjord... Wait a minute. Here it is. Yeah, this is the mission that I was able to complete while I was here, honestly. We managed to catch an Atlantic Saury, a whiting, Atlantic cod, a horse mackerel, an Atlantic mackerel, a sea trout, and an Atlantic herring. We caught all three of them. We did get this. This is a colorful jig head, 3 1/2 ounce, 5/0. So that was nice. And normally these cost bait coins. So the more of these missions that you can complete, the better, guys. So do what you can. Looks like we're getting a bite here. That could be helpful. I wish I could get this guy without having to do anything. Yep, we might be able to get one. It'd be nice. Let's see what it is. It's a trophy Atlantic mackerel. It's a new personal record, but not what we need. And we do have something on here. I don't think it's big enough. But we might have something else that's interesting. Yeah, we've got an Atlantic Saury. I didn't put any of those earlier, but these are odd-looking fish. Almost gar-like, honestly. So we are getting some good species, but just not what we need here. Yeah, this is a really good spot for fishing, guys. I think the fact that I set a buoy here is probably a good thing, because I will probably come back here and do my best to catch some of the unique versions of these fish in the near future. But let me see if I can get something going here with regards to the event fish. I've got all kinds of, yeah, I've got these 12 monkeys going on here. I've got a lot of these. Loads of my viewers have given me all kinds of these fireworks. So I have no shortage of them. I just went back and got all of them. And we're going to try this too. See if we can get something on this. This is a spinner 1/8 ounce. Trout love it. And looks like we got something on it. Not too bad. I hope it's one of the event fish. Furry trout would be nice. Be a great way to finish this off, that's for sure. Nope, it's an Atlantic mackerel. This last fish is going to be a real problem. At least now we have plenty of fireworks to make it happen. Okay, let's see what this is. Come on. Let me finish this off, because I know there's going to be more to this. There it is, finally. Holy crap. Boy, you are one tough fish to catch. That's the last one, guys. Finally. Alright, we have completed that mission. So now we need to bring the furry trout to the collector of legends at Skårland Fjord. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up our gear here. Let me hit Alt, that'll be a lot faster. That's an interesting way to fish, I'll tell you that much. And let's see, the third one. Yeah, the spinner did pretty good, honestly. At least we got to try a few things out here that we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Alright, let me get back to the boat. We'll head back to the Legends of Skårland Fjord. I think that's, yeah, that's not even back to the main location. That's all the way the very first spawn point. Yeah, we have to get all the way back to the very first spawn point to get to that. That little dude that was there at the very, very, very beginning, the very first episode where we came here. He should be very close to the beginning, though. I'm sure he's going to give us another mission. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Are we going to have to go out there, or can we just jump there? Let's see. Okay, no, that's not too bad. We just have to jump. We don't have to jump at all. Let's just get in here and sail there. I thought we had to go all the way to the very beginning. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of surface fish here. I'd like to check this out for codfish in the very near future, because I think that will complete that Grandpa's catch. There's a lot of fish there right here at the surface along here. Bet you anything they're codfish. But we need to get back to that other location here as quickly as we can. Okay, let's slow this down. Alright, let's go ashore. Okay, let me take a look at the map here. Alright, we need to go this way. See, I thought he was on the other side, on the other... Nope, there he is. You're lucky when you manage to catch this legendary creature. This white fluffy wonder is so adorable. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. How about trying to tug the antlered salmon by its horns? I knew he was going to do that. Tall tail the furry trout. Fantastic. You caught the furry trout before it slipped away. We got a furry plug. That's cool. Another marker boy. And 3 bait coins. Still got this one to complete. That'll get us a trophy Nordic pilker for free. Hurry up and grab your trolling gear. Grab that chubby antlered salmon jumping around the archipelago. It's a hefty 29-pound fish. What? I'm still showing the Grandpa's catch. Hold on, let me check this here. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have to go to events. Saga of the Antlered Salmon. So we have to get it by trolling. That's interesting. Explore the small islands in search of the jumping antlered salmon. So this is different. We have to catch the antlered salmon near the small island by trolling. Bring the antlered salmon to the collector of legends in the Northeim hamlet on the island. According to the old tale, the antlered salmon was once one of Santa's proud reindeer who admired its antlers too much. On Christmas Eve, it became so enchanted by its reflection that he forgot to deliver the gifts, so Santa turned it into a fish unable to look at himself again. Now it's up to you to catch this stubborn creature. It's the best way to do is by trolling. Oh boy. What in the world do we need to trolling with? Well, looks like we got us a new mission, guys. And we don't have a lot of time to do it, unfortunately. Well, I will try to figure this out as best I can. See what we can use to troll with that they'll go for. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will be back with another episode of Fishing Planet. Until then, as I always say, aim straight, cast far, and have fun. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.